completed a game of the pre-season. Cray 3, Ashford 2. Really encouraging performance, wouldn't you say?
I think for 60 minutes we were outstanding. We knew at half time that Haas had a bit of an issue with a hamstring. He hasn't pulled his hamstring, he's not injured. It was just a little bit tight. We made the decision to carry on for a little bit of time. But ultimately, when I asked him if he was all right and he gave me a little handshake to say I'm not sure one way or another, we had to decide to change things. And let's be clear, Liam Gillis, who I thought was brilliant today in midfield, hasn't played all pre-season.
No.
He's had one training session, so he was tired at that point. Will Moses is a centre-half who played right-back. We had to bring him into midfield. We brought Alfie Wincott, who's a youngster, who's a centre-half, into right-back. And of course, that's going to change the dynamics of the game. So I'm sitting in the dressing room and I just said to the boys, for 60 minutes, it's not a disrespect to the people we brought on. We're bringing people on and out of position and they're young, which isn't really fair to them because we're short on numbers today. But for 60 minutes, if we perform like that week in, week out, we'll be where we want to be at the end of the season. But their standards that we've set, we've got to get to them standards every week. I thought defensively, we were really, really strong in the first half. Barry at centre-half was phenomenal for me, but so was Jacob. Rory looked very, very comfortable, as you saw on the ball. Will, you know, again, it was new to him right back. I know he's played there before, but he's been a centre-half. And more will come from him, but overall, I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah, first half, in particular the pressing, they couldn't get it out, and we looked like we were all over them at times.
Yeah, and I think we deserved more from the first half than we actually got, and I thought, you know, I'm not sure we'll be going with two wingers every week. We've got Louis Collins back next week, you know, and everyone knows what I think of him. But I thought both wingers today caused him all sorts of problems. I thought Gary down the centre with wingers off of him. We're going to still like to see us get the ball in the box earlier to him so that he can make runs. But I thought we controlled every area of the game until the point we had to make substitutions. But next week we'll be in a position where we make substitutions and we'll have people that don't weaken our side coming on and playing in positions they actually play in, as opposed to, you know, it almost became farcical when we're bringing people on today. But we had to do it because we're trying to protect ourselves for next week a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, this is against a team in the Premier, one league up from us, and we had 7 or 8 injured out today, which a lot of people don't realise. Is that just bad luck pre-season, that number of injuries, do you think?
Well, 10 minutes before the end of training on Thursday, we had 3 more players than we had by the end of it, as you know, you were there. And if it was a league game, 2 of them are played today, but we don't want to risk that with a week away from starting our campaign properly with the FA Cup game next week, and that's to be our priority. But on training on Tuesday night, there'll be 3 players back. Them 3 players will make a hell of a difference, because for 60 minutes, the 11 we put out didn't only compete against Cray. In my opinion, we were stronger than them. And if we'd have brought players on that didn't weaken us in the areas that we had to bring them on, I think we go and win that game. So I'm really positive. But also, I just reminded them we can be as positive as we want. It all starts next week. And we look at Haywards Heath. They're not a team we can take lightly. They played 3 teams in our level and above and won all 3 of them. They beat Burgess Hill as well. And I've just reminded them, and if we're not at it next week, we'll be a victim. We can't be at that point.
Well, 2 fabulous debutants today. I thought Liam played brilliantly, and Rory looks just so relaxed and so cool at the back. And he speaks well on the pitch, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a good organiser, he's a good talker. I thought we were good all round in the first half. You know, and Noah Carney's never played in midfield in his life. We put him in midfield, and I'm questioning whether I know what I'm doing, because I thought he was outstanding most of the time.
He's very good.
He was very good in there and done a very good job, and that just again shows the quality of the squad we got. But you know, next week we'll have 3 or 4 back. The week after, we know we've got another 2 back. So you add 5 or 6 quality players to that, I'm going to have headaches of who we're going to pick.
Which is a nice headache to have.
They're the headaches I want. I've already got one next week. You know, we've got 4 players in Bruno, Gary, 5 if you know Noah as well, because Noah's outstanding today. Jeff, who's coming, Louis Collins is back, Gary Lockyer. I've got 5 players for 3 positions, which is what we wanted. All 5 of them are competing genuinely for a place in the team, which is good.
And Will Dupre, I know he didn't get on today, but when he came into training, it's great to see him back. And he looks a much better player than he's ever been to me.
Well, he's had a fractured hip for a year. That's half his problem. So hopefully he's fit. But, you know, we've got Jack Dixon, we've got Harrison, we've got Kane Penn a week away, we've got Louis Collins coming back. Just add them 3 that we know are 100% going to be fit next week to that squad. And we're a different proposition. So
you're
I'm really excited. Well, I'm excited, but also I'm not stupid enough to think that we're somewhere actions speak louder than words. We've got to go out there and start winning games. Winning's a good habit. and losing's a bad habit. So we've got to start next week with a strong performance.
And overall, happy with the business you've done over the summer and where we sit?
I'm really happy with the squad we've put together,
Yeah.
but I don't want to tempt fate by saying, yeah, I'm really happy, because ask me the last game of the season, I'm happy, and I'll tell you then.
Okay. Thanks for talking to us, Lloyd, and good luck this season.
No worries, cheers guys.
Cheers.